know, bro. Man, first of all, it's Christmas Eve, bro. I want to say, you know what I mean, happy Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to you and your family, wherever you guys are. Um, you know what I mean, just Merry Christmas to y'all, man. Happy Holidays. Enjoy it, man. I know tonight a lot of festivities gonna be going on and stuff like that, but I haven't been on live stream pretty much in a while, right? So I know I got some goals that I want to hit, not that I'm going to hit going into 2026, and that I want to hit with 2026. And I thought today was the perfect time and for me to start getting back into that flow of things, right? Um, First of all, shoot, I won't even talk about these, right? Like, so some of my goals right now, um, save 20K, boom, get my credit score high, clear out all my debt, follow a clear budget, lose a couple pounds, consistent 4 times per week working out, 30K IG followers, 5K YouTube followers, 12 paid speaking gigs, 100 paid newsletter subscribers, publish my book, another book, join the Chamber of Commerce and stay consistent, which I'm about to do, make a certain amount of money, and then 52 networking events too as well. And my wife got some things to do too as well. But it's never too late to get some word in, right? Because as you guys know, that's what this is about, right? So we're going to start with Genesis 7 right here, right? Which Genesis 7 is the flood. Okay. So first thing I would like to point out, right, is, and just to kind of give a little breakdown of the story, right? So far, Noah pretty much goes into the ark, or he's told he wants to go into the ark, take every animal, female and male of every single animal, bring it into there too as well. And for 7 days, pretty much the entire week, God is going to make it rain. That's pretty much where we're at right now, right? So first off, I'm going to start off in chapter 7, verse 5, right? So Noah did all that the Lord commanded him. This is just a perfect example of obedience before understanding. I'm gonna give you an example, right? We got a new president of the company, as you knew, if you follow some of my stuff at the company that I'm at, and he'll tell me to get something done, right? He'll tell me to get something done. Albin Sternruse, man, hey, how you doing? Happy holidays to you and your family, bro. Albin, man, can't do none of that stuff, bro. Appreciate the love though, for sure. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video. But yeah, so we got a new president at our company, and the president of our company pretty much is talking about the idea that, and you can ask any question too as well while you're here too. Hakuri, man, what's up, gang? What's up? How you feeling? How you feeling? Man, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, so he would tell me to get something done, and I will get it done, right? Before he even explains the why. Now, I know a lot of times people want to know the why, but behind things, but I just get it done, right? And that's a big thing too as well, right? That immediate action. See, Noah showed obedience before understanding. As soon as God said get something done, my boy got that joint done. Albin, and appreciate the love, appreciate the love. Make sure, again, that you subscribe to the channel, like this video. But Noah got it done immediately as soon as God said to get it done, right? So think about that before, right? Obedience before understanding. Not all the time it is good, not all the time, but when you take that massive action, that's what I think it gives me kind of like a advantage over a lot of other guys, a lot of other, content creators or whatever, is because I'm taking immediate action and I'm locked in. I'm locked in on it. Kriya said, hi, hey, how you doing? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ask any question, like the video. But yeah, so that's what Noah did. As soon as God commanded him to do it, he did it, right? Now we go to fast forward to chapter 7, verse 9. They came, motivated by God, into the ark with Noah, 2 by 2, male and female, just as God had commanded Noah. Albin said, hi, hey, how you doing? Again, like I said, if you're here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and ask me any question. I'm just going over Genesis 7. They came motivated by God. So the gathering cooperation of animals must have been arranged by God. It appears that after Noah and his wife and sons entered the ark, the animals followed of their own accord. So, of course, even the animals are following exactly what God's telling them to do. God telling them to get something done. They're getting it done. Obedience before understanding, right? Verse 11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the second month, on that same day, all the fountains of the great deep, subterranean waters burst open, and the windows and floodgates of the heavens were open. So basically saying until the time no rain had fallen on earth, but it was watered by a mist. This description of the first rain portrays a thundering catastrophic event accompanied by violent upheaval of the earth's crust and geysers of water bursting from the depths. Dang, this joint getting the detail on this joint. Um, um, the violence and the amount of water are enough to account for many percolations of the Earth's surface, such as the formation of the Grand Canyon. The flood also explains the enormous quantity of fossilized remains of plants, animals, and shellfish that are buried in layers of rock over the entire surface of the Earth, and even the tops of the mountains. Right? So, this was talking about this stuff right there, right? So, literally, it's never rained since then. And then now all of a sudden it was just a big burst of just straight water and stuff like that coming in. Simeon sends that. Hey, what's going on, Simeon? Danny, hey, how you doing, man? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and all stuff like that. So it's never rained before Noah's Ark, right? It never rained before Noah's Ark. After it started raining, why hasn't it rained? Hey, listen, I don't understand. It only said it was a mist in Genesis 2, verse 5 through 6. It never rained before that. And then now it's just this violent, pretty much a bunch of rain just coming through, right? Now, verse 12 says, it rained on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, right? The thing that I like to see is that I'm thinking about is the storm didn't spare Noah, right? Even though Noah was God's chosen one, he was not spared from all the catastrophic events of of what was going on. Danny Gaming, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, man, to you and your family. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to as well. Simeon, okay. Yeah, no, but there was no, like, again, there was no, like, it literally was like, he didn't spare him. He did not spare him at all. He had to go through everything everybody else also had to go through as well, right? God didn't spare Noah for nothing. And it's the same thing too as well. Just because you're going through a storm right now does not mean that God is not, you're not one of the chosen ones, or, God has some type of beef with you. It does not mean that. God didn't even spare Noah. Noah was one of the people, during the lineage of one of the chosen, people chosen throughout the history of the Bible. So, that's why I was just kind of thinking about, like, whenever I was watching, listening to a motivational video about Les Brown, he was just like, people always complain, like, why me? Why me? It's like, why not you? Would you rather be somebody else? Right? So again, it's not about doing that too as well. It's literally just about the fact of this, right? You're going to go through a storm right now, and it's going to happen. There's no point in trying to hide from it or anything like that. You're going to go through storms just like everybody else, but it's only going to make you stronger on the other end too as well, right? Now, chapter 7, verse 16 says, those which entered, male and female, the flesh creatures entered as God had commanded Noah, and the Lord closed the door behind him. So, the Lord who had drawn them now closed the door on them. That shut door was a symbol of closure, safety, and God's deliverance. So God delivered him. This was a symbol that God was literally delivering Noah from this flood that was happening, right? Now, 7:19 says, the waters prevailed so greatly and were so mighty and overwhelming on earth that all the high mountains everywhere under the heavens were covered. So that joint was high up. If you could think of all the highest mountains you could think of in the world, them joints was up there, right? This explicit declaration, accompanied by the assertion in the verse 21 that every living thing died, makes it clear there was no localized event, but it actually a worldwide catastrophic flood. Jesus affirmed the historicity of the days of Noah when he compared them to the end days. Peter similarly used the story of Noah and the flood as a pattern of the final judgment. You're not telling me to do. Simeon, man, gang, I don't know what you're saying, bro, but, appreciate you. Albin, and okay, great. Danny Game, I don't believe in God, but I believe this higher powers may not be good by human virtues. Bro, right now, don't even worry about what people think too as well, right? Like, I like to think of it too as well. See, me, I would think like I was not really into, the Bible, or like until I started going to church and also like that, or, congregating with the church, because church is the people. It's not actually a place. And they're telling me like stuff like, oh, I feel like, you just have this thing about you, just inviting spirit, this charisma and stuff. And I was just like, I was so like confused. I'm like, me, a dude who like basically, grew up in poverty, a person that, do all this stuff, played basketball, didn't even go into the church or even open up a Bible until I was 18 years old, like me. And it was just, the thing about it, what was crazy was saying that like, yo, God picks the people. He doesn't pick the perfect person all the time. You know what I mean? And it's true though, right? So human virtues, it may not, you may not believe in God, you may believe in there's a higher power, but one thing I will recommend, right, is if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Just do what you want to do for human virtues, whatever. Don't worry about this stuff. Just do what you want to do. Move to the beat of your own drum. But I will say this too as well, though. I recommend it only for myself, right? I knew that me believing in God is giving me some sort of like, I just can't explain, like energy that just was, I just felt like wasn't there, right? A thing that I was looking at all these people that were successful and stuff. And I'm like, yo, what do they have? And it was just like, they just, they're not even successful because it's not all of their own doing. Now, granted, it's faith without works leads to nothing, but these guys had the faith too as well, right? Marcel, I don't believe in anything, only time tells. Hey, bro, there's a saying that I love. It says, stand for something or fall for anything, right? Not saying that you got to believe in God or believe in what I do, but I do recommend believing in something and having some type of spiritual thing that you can connect to as well. Because if you don't, then you can fall for anything and be easily influenced into other things. A lot of times, I will say that. Bonga, something, time will tell. Hey, time always does tell for sure. But I can tell you this, since I started introducing God in my life, man, a lot of great things has been happening. Now, I'm not saying that that's the reason to do it. You should never, obviously, why you do it is just important of you doing it. But yeah, no, that's definitely something too as well. So verse 23 says, God destroyed, blotted out, wiped away every living thing that was on the surface of the earth. Man and animals and the crawling things and the birds of the heavens were destroyed from the land. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive. If anything, I believe in eternal wisdom and character, but that is human value. Hey, man, the way I like to look at it, Marcel, is these are all things that God created. Remember, when God created, well, you don't remember this, but, if you go back through my videos, I talk about how in Genesis, God gave us a will. He gave us a will. And when he gave us a will, because we were making this like an image, we could choose to do whatever we want with it, right? Some of these things you talk about, eternal wisdom and character and all stuff like that, human value, that these are things that, they're going to come with it. Jeffrey Epstein, yo, my brother. Hey, how you doing, brother? Man, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Simeon, or block me, you want to go rap? Hey, man, listen. I don't got any type of rapping in me or anything like that, bro. I'm not really artistic in any way, to be honest with you. In those ways, I got my own one. Marcel, you limit yourself with the Bible. Hey, brother, you're open to your own opinion, right? And the Bible's not the only resource that I use too as well. I will say this though, right? A lot of times people push on to other people what they feel on the inside. So if you feel like I'm limiting myself with the Bible and that's your way of just talking to me and stuff like that and telling me that too as well, what limitations are you facing right now in life that you have to put that out there? Jeffrey, Jesus is my savior for sure, for sure, for sure. Jesus is God in the human form, right? He's one of the, the Holy Trinity. So I definitely agree with you, Jeffrey, man. Subscribe to the channel. Danny Gaiman, how old are you, brother? I am 28 years old, or 28 on October 31st. Marcel, they excluded many books from the Bible. But you're saying that, right? They excluded many books from the Bible. But originally, where's it coming from is the Bible, right? And you're talking about the Apocrypha and stuff like that. I also have that book over there. But first, I wanted to get into the meat and potatoes of the Bible first. I got multiple ones. This is the Amplified one. This is the one I recommend. I got the Amplified John on there. It gives you like some notes on there. Of course, I use my own resources, do my own research too as well. I probably have to go through it multiple times in order to get it too as well. So, yeah, that's really all I have for you guys though today, man. I appreciate y'all for hopping on, checking me out, stuff like that. I will be on tomorrow for Christmas. And, thank you all for popping on here. I'll talk to you guys.